had the wrong button pushed. I had the wrong thing on. I had it all wrong. But now it might be right. We'll see soon enough if I've done it properly. Who knows? Maybe we did. Maybe we didn't. We're going to find out if I've done it properly.
Apparently I did.
knows?
Hey kids, welcome to Podcast
Maybe we
Pontifications,
did.
the live taping.
Maybe we didn't.
That
We're gonna
would
find
be.
out
I
if
appreciate you
I've
hanging
done
out with
it.
me here this morning. My name is Evo Terra. Thanks for joining me. If you are brand new to the program, this is where I record my podcast called Podcast Pontification. So this is the live taping, if you will. And so hi. Freshly back from San Diego. Had a lovely time out on the beach for about 5 days, just chilling out, getting a little bit of work done, but more importantly, being by the beach. It was lovely. It was absolutely lovely. So now I'm back here in the studio in Phoenix where it's not lovely. It's toasty warm. And we'll be chatting with you all today from here. Welcome back to me. Today's topic is surviving the flood of celebrity podcasts. That's the topic. I'll be talking with a minute. I just want to make sure my audio sounds pretty good. That looks good there. I need to pull up the other one over here. QuickTime Player. If you're wondering, hey, is this the podcast? Nope. This is the live taping of the podcast. I haven't even got to be podcasting regular content just yet. That's coming up in another couple of minutes while I do things. This is the behind the scenes stuff. You know, you're seeing the sausage get made, as it were. And also letting me clear my throat 1,000 times before I actually begin the show. Because it's early. And so there's all that. Anyhow, back to the things about the show. If you are, in fact, brand new, hi, once again, welcome. You don't have to wait for all this stuff, because everything you're hearing now is not going to go in the podcast, because that would not be good. So I will trim off all of this stuff and put out a new version. So go to podcastpontifications.com. That's where you'll find the edited versions, the finalized, the perfectamundo, well, close enough to perfect for me, versions of the program. You'll get the audio, you'll get the fully rewritten article, because I rewrite every single thing I'm about to say. I'll take all the words that came out of my face, yes, and I will use my fingers and my brain to rearrange them into a semblance of order. Because it's fun to listen to me, but sometimes I can go a little more detail in the written space, and sometimes I go long in the tooth for the podcasting and the audio, and I can truncate that and make it a little bit tighter. So if you haven't checked out the articles that I write for each and every one of my episodes, please do that. And while you're at Podcast Pontifications, if you have not yet, click the little button that says subscribe, and for free, you can get an email every morning when the show is fully ready to go. You get a link to the audio file. You get the actual article sent to you. Not just a link to click to read an article, because don't you hate that? I hate that. So yeah, you can actually get the actual real live full article right there in your inbox. So you can choose whether you want to read it right there, whether you want to listen to the audio. It's up to you. You know, you get to make the choice. All right, let's go take a look here at the chat window to see who's saying good morning to me. Arlen's saying good morning to me. Good morning, Arlen. Nice to see you here, sir. Right, okay. With that, I think I've done all of my preamble-y type stuff, so I think I might be ready to go. I'm going to close out some tabs on Safari that I don't need open at this second. And I will move this over, getting back to where I am today. Whoops, I don't know what button I pushed, but I don't want to push it again. It was not the right button. There we go. All right. I will now read my cold open, because that's what I do. Here it is. Again, the topic is surviving the flood of celebrity podcasts. And it starts with... With the rise of celebrity podcasts, many indie podcasters are worried about being overlooked and outspent. But another concern is a lowering of the quality bar as the pace of these new shows continues. As the pace of these new shows. Not these, just of. Got it. All right. I knew something was wrong. So that's it. That's what I'm going to say. And I guess I'll say it right now. All right. Here we go. On the count of now. With the rise of celebrity podcasts, many indie podcasters are worried about being overlooked and outspent. But another concern is the lowering of the quality bar as the pace of these shows continues. Hello and welcome to another Podcast Pontifications with me, Evo Terra. Are celebrities making it harder for indie podcasters? Well, that is the current buzz and question that is out there today. But if you've been around for a while, and I have been around for a while, you will know that this is very common, recurring buzz. It's just, here we are with celebrities today. Because look, we don't like it. We don't like it when big players, big industry, big tech, big celebrities come in to the space that we spend all of our time, energy, and effort, our blood, sweat, and tears laying out the groundwork, doing the hard stuff to make podcasting what it is today. And here come these big guys, plop right down and just take over. We collectively do not like that. I understand that. I don't necessarily agree, but I certainly understand it. More to the point, I don't really see the need for quite as much alarm and concern that we have about this today. And I say that because, look, I know, as well as you know, that the internet, the place where all digital content is stored and referenced and welcome, podcasting is digital content, it's big enough. The internet is big enough to hold it all. Celebrities doing their things, indies doing their things, big corporations, big tech, whatever. I think it's big enough. I really do. But one thing that I do understand and commiserate with my fellow podcasters, indie, big, or otherwise, is that these celebrities that are dropping podcasts on us now, they don't have the same discoverability challenges that we have. Now, I'm still not sold that we really do have truly a discoverability problem. I think more it's a findability challenge, or individual podcasts have a discoverability problem, but that's for a future and probably lots of past episodes. I'm not going to dwell on that for a moment. In fact, I want to recognize the fact that podcast apps and directories where this so-called discoverability happens, they love celebrity content. Holy cow. They love it when new celebrities drop new podcasts or existing celebrities drop new podcasts. And I don't think you and I should really underestimate the number of people who listen to whatever is listed on the homepage of their listening app of choice. I know that's anathema to you and I, who rarely even bother to look at that thing, but still. Don't underestimate the number of people who listen to whatever content is pushed in front of them. They will do it a lot. And the reason they will do that a lot is because people, they like celebrities. But the reason that the apps will push the celebrity content to the home page is because that apps need to keep up their MAUs, their monthly active user count, to keep their investors happy, to keep whatever income sources they have happy, and to show that people are actively using their app and it's going up and to the right all the time. So they are going to keep promoting anything that has name recognition. A celebrity drops a podcast, you can bet your bottom dollar it's going to go to the homepage really quickly of just about every app. So long as they are good, obviously, or maybe better would say that as long as they are good enough, that's no problem. I think we, who are not celebrities, will still get some spillover from those celebrity podcast listeners when those listeners decide that they want to go a little deeper and they want to see what other shows might be available in that app. But where I really worry is that low effort, and by low effort I mean low quality, podcasts that are hosted by these celebrities are going to have a chilling effect on podcasting. Now, the reality is, most of the celebrity podcasts actually are well produced. They've got a big production house typically behind these, and producers and writers, just like television and other people, they're investing heavily in the space, and so they're working generally speaking, to make a good quality show. But what happens if the income they've projected that makes all of this worthwhile, whether that's selling ads or merchandise or whatever it is, what if the reality of those incomes is lower? So that therefore the studios or whoever it is that's funding the production of the show, these celebrity podcasts, are now looking to lower their costs on the next show because they can't be hemorrhaging money like that. It's cheaper to make a podcast, true, but these celebrity-style podcasts are not cheap. We're not talking hundreds. We're talking thousands, and oftentimes tens of thousands or more. So if it's not working, if they can't justify that cost, but there's still a need to get celebrities out there, then they just go cheaper, which lowers the quality. And then a little lower next time and a little lower next time because they get caught up in the idea of cost savings. It's just audio. How easy is it? Yeah, well. And I don't think there's much of a danger in them doing that because the real fans of the celebrities, they've got a pretty high tolerance for mediocrity from that celebrity. They love the celebrity because they love the celebrity. That's why they're fans. But for the rest of us, we don't really love it so much. So let's go back to not underestimating the percentage of people, the number of people who listen to whatever it is their podcast app is pushing towards them on the home screen. Look, if what's being pushed stinks, then the other celebrity shows listed next to that celebrity show also stink because that quality had been continued to be lowered, as I mentioned previously. And the other options in the app don't look like anything you even recognize. Are those people going to be hanging around? If your first experience on an app was you came for celebrities and the celebrity stuff is garbage and there's nothing else there, it's kind of like the fast food, or not the fast food, it's the checkout aisle in the grocery store. Once you've been spoiled or fooled by those magazines, once you're not picking up another one. Those same people might decide to give audiobooks a go where they can listen to celebrities or at least pick from best-selling titles. They may decide to switch over to their music listening app, which either is filled with songs they like on their own, or the apps are good at pushing towards them. So look, I'm not anti-celebrity podcast. I still believe that celebrity podcast can and do and will continue to bring new listeners into our ecosystem. It's my hope that these apps and directory developers out there and the designers out there are paying attention and playing their part in providing let's just call it a well-balanced diet on those home screens to draw users of that app in deeper into the app. I don't think we have to split it by celeb and indie, but I think they just need to do a very good job of making sure they're building it so that people can continue down the path of podcasting in that own app. And then I think we can survive this flood of celebrity podcasts. Now, I want to end by saying congratulations to Mr. Brian Barletta of Sounds Profitable. A few days ago, as you might have heard, Brian and his wife Sierra welcomed their second child into their household. That's Bridger. He is here with us now. Brian, if you don't know, writes and I edit the Sounds Profitable newsletter and the accompanying podcast. You should definitely read and listen to that. If you can, I'll put a link in the episode details. And if you got any value at all out of today's episode or the other content, the other episodes I bring to you 4 days a week right here on Podcast Pontifications, please return that value by visiting buymeacoffee.com/evoterra and, buying me a virtual coffee. That's it. I shall be back tomorrow with yet another Podcast Pontifications. Cheers. Stopped recording there. Stopped recording there. Oh my God, it went 9 minutes? 9 minutes? What are you thinking? How did that happen? Hi, Kevin. Hi, Betty. 9 minutes long. Goodness. And here I thought I was going to go short, but occasionally I get a little passionate about the things I want to talk about, and that was today. So there we go. Hopefully you enjoyed that. If you are just now tuning in, you missed it, but you don't have to back up 14 minutes and 46 seconds and listen to the entire live thing, which was just a live taping. If you wait for roughly 2 hours and 46 minutes, checks the clock, the edited version of the audio of this will be available at Podcast Pontifications. By that time, I will have rewritten every word that tumbled out of my mouth And yeah, a little bit later today, there'll be a video. This thing you're watching here, Allie will cut off this bit, and she'll also cut off the front bit, and she'll make a nice little video that gets posted up on the website and YouTube and all the other places. So lots of ways for you to engage. If you're going to Nashville, or if you are in Nashville, be safe. For podcast movement, in case you're curious, be safe. Be safe, be safe, be safe. I'm looking forward to attending. I think my first session starts tomorrow, maybe Wednesday. I don't know. I'm a virtually attending, right? I'm not going to be there. I'm at home. I'm watching the things live. So with that, I got to get some work done. I got to get this all out to you. Thank you once again for your attention. I appreciate it. Let's do this again tomorrow, shall we? We shall. Bye. Hello and welcome to with the rise continues. Hello and welcome to another podcast pontifications with me, Evo Terra. With the rise of celebrity podcasts, many indie podcasters are worried about being overlooked and outspent. But another concern is the lowering of the quality bar as the pace of these shows continues. About being overlooked and outspent. But another concern is the lowering of the quality bar as the pace of these shows continues. Today's episode is brought to you by the Advancing Podcasting Community at advancingpodcasting.xyz. Hello and welcome to another podcast. Any value at all out of today's episode or the other content, the other episodes I bring to you 4 days a week right here on Podcast Pontifications, please return that value by visiting buymeacoffee.com/evoterra and, well, buying me a virtual coffee. That's it. I shall be back tomorrow with yet another podcast Pontifications. Cheers. Pontifications. Cheers. With the rise of digital chill fast food. That's it.